Oh, hello there, friends. Dip Boss here. Dip tobacco is not a safer alternative to cigarettes, vape, nicotine, or any tobacco or nicotine substance. And as the Dip conservative would say, we do not recommend, if you are the age of 18, to watch these videos, nor use any dip tobacco or nicotine product of any sorts. If you are the age of 21 or older, dip, vape, smoke at your own risk. God bless. Bye-bye now. What's going on, everyone? Video Dipper here. Or conservative video Dipper here. Whichever one. I'm gonna abbreviate it short, so whatever. Why is there no dip tobacco ASMR? I'm sure people probably would love this one because, well, it's orgasmic. Thanks, Dip Boss. I guess orgasmic really would not be the proper word, but yes, it's organic. No, I said orgasmic, you moron. Very nice for the soft, gentle insults, Dip Boss. Thank you, I appreciate that. That was so much appreciated. Anyway, if you got a dip pack lip, we are going to be dipping my favorite Grizzly Long Cut Wintergreen. Because that's my favorite. It makes me feel so good. Yes, it does. Number one reason why you won't ever see it is because it just would be weird. I'm not going to say it's not going to be weird, but it would be very fucking weird. Just weird as hell. Don't ask why people would probably watch that type of stuff anyway when it comes to me. I mean, I probably would watch it just for shits and giggles, but I wouldn't technically watch it for sleeping purposes. Cheers, by the way. Ugh. So, here we go. Bon appetit. Not that only it would be weird, but you would have to have equipment that would literally be able to help you create the sounds. So, the microphone, the camera, the setup would have to be perfect or correct. And if you're not a professional, then you wouldn't have it. Sure, it'd probably pick it up a little bit, maybe on your computer or your phone or whatever. It would be okay, but it wouldn't be too good. Not something I would recommend. So maybe a 3 out of 10 for trying. Now, I know Outlaw, I think he tried it once. He did okay. He did good with it. It was kind of funny actually to watch. It was more of a comedy routine, a comedy skit. And like I said, it would just be only for that type of purpose. It wouldn't really be technically you're trying to put somebody to sleep. The other thing that would probably make it not really worth trying for because of the closing the cans. So doing the can closing would be so loud that it would just probably startle somebody. It would probably give them maybe dip PTSD or some shit like that. Or dip nightmares. Dipping nightmares. And you really technically don't want to do that. Hey, I could try doing dip ASMR. Well, I know Dip Boss, you can do a dip in ASMR. But we really don't need to do that right now. And I don't think these folks really want to see that. Hey, that's not nice. I'm not trying to be rude, but anyway, can we get back to the video? Sure, sorry. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, It just, the can closing would be the bigger issue. The only probably highlight of the whole entire video is you sitting there with a can of dip tobacco and tapping on the can for 3 to 4 hours straight up. Not really much fun in that, right? I mean, maybe tapping the bottle or the mud jug or whatever. Sure, maybe you can get something out of it. I don't know. And I'm not a professional ASMR artist, nor do I claim to be one, nor do I act like one on TV. So, therefore, I would never do it. The other thing that probably would really turn people off with it is the constant spitting. The spitting to me would be probably what I would say not something that I would really want to hear, when trying to fall asleep. Constant, constantly, consistently, consecutively. The big boy words we can all find for just describing one word: nauseating, disgusting, grotesque, kind of thing. So I wouldn't really say that would be good for me. It would just give me nightmares. On top of that, I think a lot of people would really find you weird. They would. They would find you very fucking weird in the dip community, including the ASMR community. I don't know how that would work in a way, like how you could bring the dip community and the ASMR community together as one. But I just see it as it would be very not just weird, but yeah, I don't know how the ASMR community and the dip community would feel about that one. You'd probably get laughed at more than likely than anything. More than anything, people would probably laugh at you and they would probably tell you, well, you're trying, which is good. They would probably give you maybe a pat on the back and say, good try, but you kind of, no. And not just that, but honestly, dip tobacco really is not something that you would want to try to promote. It's not something that, yeah, we talk a lot about it on the channel and stuff, and we warn people, hey, this is kind of not a safer alternative. And if you get the wrong crowd watching it, then you could possibly potentially get into legality issues. So if you possibly get into legality issues because somebody not of the certain age that should be using these substances finds that channel, yeah, it's a headache. Other than that, really, it just more likely it wouldn't be something that you would want to do consecutively or consistently, because your channel would end up sinking. It would tank. It would tank your views. It would probably tank your whole entire channel. You would really get nothing out of it. If I've said that earlier, I'm just reiterating. But definitely your channel wouldn't gain anything from it. It would be, like I said before, just for fun, shits, giggles. Hey, I tried it. It worked. Whatever. And don't get me wrong, if somebody can dress up in a Bob Ross wig and do, or Dip Boss wig, and sit here for half an hour and actually do it for a half an hour, then go for it. If you can do it, do it. Yeah, by the way, I am Dip Boss. Nice to meet you. And technically, the other thing that would kind of come out of it would be really nothing for me. I wouldn't. I wouldn't see this as just something that I would want to do. I would have probably zero to little interest in doing it or watching it. Because for me, it'd be interesting to say, hey, this person's at least throwing their hat into trying to do it, but I just don't feel like it would be something really for me to pique my curiosity. But the other few things that I could probably guess that you guys would probably say is more than likely you'd probably bust a gut laughing at the person. And the poor bastard trying to do it would be laughed at, mocked, and looked at as a Lolo cow. And that would really hurt their reputation. Now, not just saying for on YouTube, but maybe a little off YouTube. So if somebody knew that person off YouTube, yeah, they'd be laughed at and looked at as a low cow. If you don't know what a low cow is, go look it up. But anyway, you guys, that just basically is it. It just would not be something I would want to try to do. It would be fun, maybe, as, again, a gag or a joke. Just one time, but not constantly. So anyway, keep packing, dipping, and spitting, as Outlaw would say. I'll see you in the next video.